Okay, so if you're ready to listen, if you're ready to welcome onto the stage, another first-timer. So this is his Ignite debut. Everyone give a warm welcome to Tom Dyer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Taking a leaf out of Martin's book, I'm indifferent to carrots, just to point that out. So I do call myself an actor. I am also an Activate Your Life lead, which I'll go into a little bit more. So let's go. Disclaimer, I work for a cancer charity, but I am not a therapist, despite the fact that I lead a service that's based on acceptance and commitment therapy. So I'll go into that in more detail, but anything I give is from my personal experience. I'm the coordinator, not necessarily the therapist. These are the 9 productions that I've been in this year, starting in February, and I'm doing pantomime in a couple of weeks' time. And you'll see that I've gone through a whole range of emotions throughout this year. So I've been rehearsing for 3 shows in any given time, and I've shown a lot of myself. And instead of being humiliated and feeling downtrodden about that, I feel a great sense of pride that I'm able to go out in Cardiff Open Air Theatre Festival and be a half-naked angel. This little boy would have never, ever have done that. This was the same boy that at his birthday party refused to have his face painted and was afraid of roller coasters and generally just felt like the small child that in the family of 4 that I have, and I've got a twin sister as well. But I knew that I loved music, and well, this developed, but I wasn't allowed to do music GCSE. And I walked in and my sister was welcomed with open arms. Yes, you can do music GCSE. Tom, no. Even though I taught myself how to play guitar, and I taught myself how to play drums. So I pursued sport instead. And that was all right, that was a bit average. I'm the really small one, second to the left as you're looking at it. I look like someone has brought their nephew along for a laugh. This is the only team that have let me play. But I still pursued music during all of that time that I wasn't allowed to pursue what I really wanted to do. And I played in bands, and I played in front of a concert of 700 people, playing a whole set of original music on guitar, despite the fact that I was usually a drummer. But I still knew something was missing. I still knew that I had a hole in my heart that I wanted to use my body in a way that was never used before, that was more than standing behind a mic singing and playing guitar. It was that I wanted to perform. I wanted to act. I wanted to tell stories. And it wasn't until I joined 10 of Us Cancer Care and joined their Sing With Us choirs, of which we have an office choir, and I joined Cwmbran and Abergavenny, that I was surrounded by people that knew the importance of sharing your story and being creative. So I enrolled on a workshop in the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, and I did improv for the first time. I put my arms above my head for the first time in ages. Think for yourself, when was the last time you used your body? And they encouraged me to audition for my first ever role 6 years ago, or 7 years ago nearly, I think. And that's me as Brandy Bottle Bates. That's my first ever entrance on stage, and it's at the Cardiff Open Air Theatre Festival. Not once did I consider myself good enough to ever do it. And within 2 years, I was in the Open Air Theatre Festival again, Tin Man, and my first musical principal role of Nanky Poo in The Hot Mikado, which is a real jazzy kind of song, but it was me expressing myself, going in there every single time thinking, I'm not good enough. But how did I do it? I used this. I used acceptance and commitment therapy. And I didn't even know I was doing it until I got this current job that I've done for the last 2 years. And there's 6 pillars of it, which are, the main ones are acceptance and your values. So even though I've told myself that I'm rubbish and I do suffer with terribly low self-esteem, I still put myself forward for all of those auditions. And any actors in the room or any performers in the room know that you're going to be told that you're not good enough or someone's better than you. But if I go into that room already fearing that I'm going to be shunned, it means I'm not going to do anything, because the fear and the worries don't actually exist in the real world. I made those fears up. You make your own fears up. The real world is just blocks, and we just happen to view it. So we look at acceptance, and acceptance is simply knowing that I am here in this moment and everything that happens around me just is. It just is that I feel this way. It just is that I'm affected in certain ways and that I have self-esteem that's sometimes through the floor. And then our self-esteem and our worries and where we go is based on our past, and it's based on our future. So what can we do about that? Well, acceptance and commitment theory is a mindful-based therapy. So focus on being in the middle. We can go back to our childhood, and I still have vivid memories of that party where I wasn't face painted and being laughed at. And I can look forward and think, oh, well, what if I don't get an acting role ever again? Well, how about if I focus on here and now instead? How about if I focus on the fact that I am stood on this stage and that I am living one of my values right now? I am storytelling and sharing my story with you. And these are some values that you might look at. And if you live a value-guided life, then you can do whatever you want, as long as you take the action that's attributed to your values. As soon as you know what's valuable to you, whether it's sharing your story and helping others, you can take action to do whatever you want to do, regardless of what your worries and thoughts might be about people around you, because they don't matter. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Like I'm part of an evangelical.
Yes.
Yes. So people take me and I want you to touch my head and then I'll think.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm really sorry if I've offended anyone doing that. Sorry.